In order to catch the assassin, Bob seeks the help of a highly intelligent criminal locked away in the deepest part of the prison. As an expert who can understand the twisted psychology of the killer, Bob asks Homer who among those who know him would have the motive to kill him. Homer thinks for a moment and says that it seems there are quite a few people who would want him dead. Bob is speechless. He can't understand how someone could have so many enemies. It's making the case harder to solve. The killer is definitely not going to give up easily. Bob says that he will stay with Homer all day long and advises Homer to act as naturally as possible. The two of them head to a convenience store. Bob is feeling nostalgic. He mentions that the last time he came here, he was part of a clown robbery. The shopkeeper comments that Bob was very gentlemanly during the robbery, much better than today's robberies. Homer begins to yell at the shopkeeper. He insists that Bob is here to protect him, and he can't let Bob get distracted. Homer picks up a magazine and demands the shopkeeper give it to him. He refuses to admit fault and insists that it was the car's quality problem. He demands that the mechanic replace the parts with higher quality ones. The mechanic tells him there's nothing he can do. The car has clearly had multiple owners before. Homer refuses to listen, but fortunately, Bob intervenes just in time. As evening falls, Bob sets a trap in the yard to lure the killer out. The killer will most likely mistake the doll for Homer. They plan to hide and observe, waiting for the right moment to act. Homer is impressed and rewards Bob on the spot. As she finishes speaking the next day, Homer is sitting glumly at the bar, and Bob is absent-mindedly playing with a dart, deep in thought. Suddenly, a shadow flashes outside the door. The real killer has appeared. The killer almost succeeds, but by the time everyone reacts, the killer is already gone. Back at home, Bob discovers a clue. The killer has left a black stain on the invitation. Bob tells Homer to find a place to hide. Homer inexplicably becomes the king of the carnival. Bob senses a conspiracy. He realizes that all the votes in the election came from a single person. The killer is definitely planning to use this to eliminate Homer. Homer sees this as the perfect opportunity to lure the killer out. The carnival day arrives quickly, and Homer parades on a float. Bob notices something's off and urges Homer to jump off the float. At a critical moment, Bob focuses on the cannon. He lights the fuse and shoots himself into the sky to save Homer. The two grab hold of a hot air balloon in midair, thinking they're safe. But just then, a gunshot rings out, and they finally spot the killer. They grab the kid's stilts and chase after the killer. In the chaos, the killer is forced into a corner. Looking at the killer's badge, Homer realizes who it is. Yesterday's mechanic. The mechanic accuses Homer of causing his father's death. Homer thinks about it carefully.
What's this? Well, I don't need safety gloves because I'm Homer Simpson.